It wouldn't feel right if I don't start this review off by applauding Olivier Giroud. I mean, honestly, what an unreal world-class performance from Olivier Giroud. Perfect performance, perfect display of how to lead the line. This guy's 34 years old. The way he just rolled back the years completely, and it's been great recently seeing the resurgence in older experienced players, because I think sometimes as fans, once players get past a certain age, we can fall into that trap of feeling that, okay, your time's nearly up and I guess you're not going to be as good anymore. But today, Olivier Giroud proved why Lampard has a striker issue problem. This season for me, every single one of our strikers has been on point. They have been performing, and honestly, the intensity in which this team is playing with right now, the competition, everything is going so well. And I have to say this, you guys. Last season, I was realistic. This season, I'm optimistic, you guys. And the reason why I'm optimistic is because we absolutely controlled the game against Sevilla. We stopped them doing anything in front of our goal. We limited them to terrible shots from outside the box and, poor quality opportunities to even get goals. And the way in which we controlled this game was perfect. We get the first goal early. This means that we can then sit back, play on the counter-attack, keep our shape. And, the mid-block tactics we use today, they work so well. We forced Sevilla into the wide areas, and in that way we could overload them, win the balls back, and then have free space to counter-attack in. And when you have players like Kova, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, players comfortable receiving under pressure, players comfortable attacking the spaces, beating their man, just attracting Sevilla players towards them, making even more space. It was so obvious that we were going to win this game by getting our goals on the counter. So this was the perfect away European performance. And honestly, I'm seeing a real team now. I'm seeing the intensity in the team now, because with Sevilla tonight, we frustrated them. It really was that simple. They became very dirty, very dirty with the second balls, constantly whining to the referee to get any small advantage they possibly could get. And the reason why they were doing that was due to the pressure we were applying on them. Lopetegui said it from the start, he thinks we're the best attack in the Premier League, and of course, because we are the leading goal scorers currently, so there was already fear in their hearts before this game even started. Honestly, this is a time to be optimistic. We're doing one thing now, one thing that I've been praying to see, one thing I've been hoping to see for so long, and that was to become a solid defensive team. Now, the fact that we relied upon the backup players tonight really just tells you everything you need to know currently about the squad's mentality right now. The mentality with all the players right now. I mean, I saw excellent defensive performances from Rudiger, spraying world-class passes out wide to the right and side, finding Hudson-Odoi so many times, Aspie so many times, and just being an absolute colossus at the back. That is great to see. I saw Christensen step up. I saw Emerson step up as well. Honestly, we're a team now that knows how to win. We know how to win. And right now this season, I feel so optimistic. I feel so good. And today, you guys, a very long ass intro, I know. I'm here to bring you guys the match review to our 4-0 win over Sevilla tonight. Now, I'm going to break down some key performances from players. I'm going to speak about your Kovas, your Pulisics, Girouds, Hudson-Odois, and so many others as well. I'm going to speak about some key moments, decisive moments, and the goals as well. So I hope you guys do enjoy. And of course, without wasting any more time, let's get straight back into the review. And I think the best place to start with was the lineup, because it seemed like it really took a lot of people by surprise, but I was expecting rotation. Knowing the fact that we have, a big game against Leeds this weekend, it was obvious that Lampard had to rely upon the team, and knowing that with European games, you can use up to 5 subs, it meant that this was like the perfect game in a way to, I don't want to say condition players, but obviously manage their stamina levels and their efforts even better. So for me, I saw the lineup and I felt good. I think one thing now that I'm really starting to understand with the lineups is that maybe it's time for me to change how I see them. I mean, traditionally when we look at lineups and 11s, we always think about the first team 11, the backup 11. But I think right now it's all about the different teams we can play, because with the different formations, different teams, this means we can play in a different way. And today we relied upon having 2 wingers that can beat their man attack the spaces, create space, etc, etc, with Havertz playing in the middle and with the traditional type of target man striker up front. And the fact that we can play in this type of manner as well and still put in such an accomplished performance like this, it really tells you what you need to know about the levels with the team right now. Of course, on social media, there was a lot of people in distress and panicking, thinking and assuming wrongly, in my personal opinion, that this meant that we were going to struggle today. I think that too often we show a lack of faith and understanding. And as I was even saying back then, we didn't look that great because no team did. Teams were conceding goals left, right and centre, giving away penalties left, right and centre too. COVID and the lack of pre-season really took a toll on players. And as I tweeted, and I'll say here again, compare Cover. Cover started the season rusty, very understandably, but look at the player he is right now. He is completely different. So this is just pure evidence of the fact that, okay, we have to, respect the conditions of football sometimes. But anyway, moving on to the goals, and from here on, Giroud deserves a segment to himself. We get the first goal, great play by Havertz, attacking the spaces, driving with the ball. And of course, Giroud with a great curling effort with his left foot. Classy, composed, and instantly from that goal, you could tell that Giroud was feeling confident. He's feeling good, obviously. He must be in ridiculous fitness right now. And you sense that better things were going to come from him. So the fact that he gets the second goal, again, another great goal. For me, my favourite goal from him tonight, it was that composure and the intelligence, because I think Giroud knew that, okay, I'm playing against a younger, inexperienced goalkeeper. And because of that, it means that I have an extra touch available when it comes to trying to round him. So he took that, and even the goal, the manner of that goal was beautiful. It starts with Hudson-Odoi, that great feint he made to just find some space there and then, keep that move alive, keep that momentum going. A great passage of play, some excellent one-touch passing and moving, and then Cover plays in an excellent pass to Giroud, who just produces the magic afterwards. So from that point on, was it wrong to expect a hat-trick from Giroud? I don't think so, and I think we all kind of assumed that if he was going to get a hat-trick, it was going to come from a headed opportunity. It did come, another excellent goal near the near post, and honestly, he deserved that perfect hat-trick he got. For the player he is, the career he's had, he deserves a record like this. So the fact that he was able to get the icing on the cake tonight, with us winning a penalty, meaning Giroud could convert that to make it 4, it's what he deserves for being such an excellent pro since he signed for us. As I've been stressing so many times in my videos, my respect levels for Olivier Giroud, they're so high. So the fact that he isn't playing due to, just unfortunate circumstances, because all the strikers are looking quite good, yeah, it's frustrating. But I think he has secured a spot for the game against Leeds, and I'm excited to see what his newfound form is going to bring. Now, I want to speak about some of the players that stood out tonight, and I want to start with Callum Hudson-Odoi, because, wow, he impressed me tonight. Now, I know that some people were quite aggrieved that he never made the squad for the Spurs game, but it wasn't that deep in my personal opinion. I think on the basis of things, it's fair that Hudson-Odoi has his current spot and ranking in the team right now. But I think it's obvious that Callum's opportunities now are going to come from cup games, European games, and of course coming in from the bench as well. So I think that's fair, because Callum is still trying to get back to his explosive best. What Lampard has been wanting to see from him more is his 1v1 ability and his ability to get past his man, because that's what Lampard wants, a pure winger. So I feel like Callum's getting there, and tonight I think he did everything that Lampard would have wanted to see. I think his tactical understanding has grown so much. I thought defensively, the best defensive performance I've seen from him. I thought his movement off the ball was excellent, constantly taking men away, creating space in the final third too, and of course the danger he brings. The class the player has. He's 2-footed, controlling balls excellently with his left foot all night, and then that ability to use his right foot too. It's what separates him from other wingers, and he can cut inside, he can play ridiculous crosses from outside the box as well. Play between the lines. Callum's young. He's a young guy. He's not supposed to be in the first team playing week in, week out right now, not when we have some of the players we have. But mark my words, he's developing at his own pace. He's getting better and better every single game, and it feels like great things are about to come for Hudson-Odoi. I want to speak about Christian Pulisic, because I did feel that, yes, he showed that exuberance and he showed confidence, and that was great to see. I think right now we all know that he's a bit rusty, so no one can really be too harsh on him. Times he was being a bit too selfish, and if I was Hudson Odoi, you'd be annoyed because Callum was constantly finding space to be the free man out wide, and you know, Pulisic on form, he's not making that mistake. I think it's that clear. So if anything, it was great to see that confidence in him using his body. Yeah, he's got hamstrings, but he wasn't afraid to put the burners on. He wasn't afraid to run at his man, and you know, I'd say his performance had its pros and its cons, but in general, I think this was a decent performance from Pulisic tonight. A few times in particular, he got past his man beautifully attacking the spaces, and at times his decision making in the final third wasn't up to scratch, but for me this was still a positive performance, and I feel like Pulisic should be back to full form pretty soon. And another player that really stood out tonight too was Cover. Yeah, at times a bit similar to Pulisic. He kind of overran the ball a tiny bit, but in general, I mean, wow, what a performance. So many excellent dribbles between the lines, breaking the lines, carrying the ball, attracting Sevilla players towards him, freeing up the spaces for us, and just his play in general in tight spaces between the lines. Very creative today at his creative best, and you know, Cover is back. We're seeing the player from last season right now. It took him a while, understandably, but Cover is back, and again, more problems that you'd want Lampard to have in midfield. Now, so I can wrap things up, you guys. Honestly, this was a special night tonight from a special player in Olivier Giroud. I just feel so happy for him. You know, he deserves this for the player he is, the striker he is, and just seeing the growth now in the team. I feel like we're seeing the signs now that we are becoming that serious team that is looking like it knows how to win. And I think that in this competition in particular, with the fact that we can use and rely upon our squad, with the fact that you can use 5 subs, things can happen. Things can happen. Teams are noticing us, and honestly, you guys, good times are coming. I'm the EFC. This is Blue Lines TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos.